Hey guys, welcome to your Spanish course, Learning Spanish from Zero. I'm Domingo, and in this video you will learn about the most common phrases to say hello in Spanish. Let's begin. Hola muchachos, bienvenidos a su curso de español, aprendiendo español desde cero. Soy Domingo y en este video aprenderán acerca de las frases más comunes para decir hola en español. Empecemos. In today's objectives, you'll be able to do the following. Recognize greetings in Spanish, learn how to say hello, and master the use of each expression in the proper context. En los objetivos de hoy, serás capaz de hacer lo siguiente. Reconocer los saludos en español. Aprender cómo decir hola y dominar el uso de cada expresión en su contexto adecuado. As in English, we have different ways to say hello in Spanish. Como en el inglés, tenemos diferentes formas de decir hola en español. For instance, in English we say hi or hello. Hi is more casual. It means that you can use hi with your friends and acquaintances, people that you know really well. However, you use hello in more formal situations with people that you don't know. En el inglés decimos hi o podemos decir hello. Hi se usa entre amigos conocidos y en este caso hello se usa en situaciones más formales o con personas que no conocemos. However, we can use hola in no context, so it doesn't matter if it is casual or formal, you can use hola. Sin embargo, en español hola se usa no importa el contexto, ya sea formal o informal. Another way to say hello in Spanish is hola a todos, which translated means hi everyone or hello everyone. Hola a todos can be used in different kinds of settings. It can be used in a casual or formal situation. You can use it with your friends and people that you don't know. Let's try to picture it like that. You're going to a certain place, maybe school, maybe the church, maybe, I don't know, the disco, and you see some of your friends gathered there. And you want to be polite, maybe interrupt the conversation, I don't know. And you just say, hola todos, and in that way you get their attention. Good morning is another expression to say hello in English. However, the meaning of that in Spanish is buenos días. You can use buenos días when you wake up in the morning until noon. After that time, you use another expressions that we are going to see in the following slide. Buenas tardes is another expression you can use to say good afternoon. You can use buenas tardes from noon until 6 o'clock or maybe 7 o'clock. Depends on the time zone. Another meaningful expression you can use in Spanish to say hello is buenas noches. Buenas noches in English is good evening. And you can use it when you go to bed, when you arrive at a place, so you say buenas noches, and also when you leave that place, you say buenas noches. In English, I know it's just the opposite. If you want to say hello at night, you say good evening. And if you are leaving the place, you say good night, or even if you go to bed. But in Spanish, you can use buenas noches to either say hello or say goodbye. ¿Qué tal? Is another expression you can use to say hello, and it means what's up. It is the same, how are you? ¿Cómo estás? And you can use it with your friends and the people that you know really well. How do we use saludo or saludos? This is an expression that probably doesn't exist in English. Nevertheless, the closest translation could be greeting or greetings. Imagine that you go to a net's place and you don't see nobody there. If you want to be assisted or want to receive attention, you will have to say saludo or saludos in Spanish. Buenas is like saludo or saludos, and it can be used with the same goal, which is to get somebody's attention when you are outside a place and you want to be assisted. This is very common in Spanish. Aló? This is an expression you use in Spanish to say hello, but in this case, when you are talking on the phone. You know that in English you say hello. However, in Spanish, you're gonna say just when you're talking on the phone, aló or aló. It depends on the tone you use. When you meet a person for the first time in English, you say nice to meet you or it's nice to meet you. However, in Spanish, we have a variety of ways to express the same expression. For instance, we can say placer de conocerte. Or if you are a man, you say encantado de conocerte. And if you are a woman, you say encantada de conocerte. We are going to use the same expression, but more formal. And it's almost the same. You say placer de conocerle or encantada de conocerle if you are a woman, or encantado de conocerle if you are a man. The last expression is when you meet different people at the same time. So you can say placer de conocerles or encantado de conocerles or encantada de conocerles. It's nice to meet you can be translated as es un placer conocerte, es un placer conocerle, or es un placer conocerles if it refers to more than one person. If you're happy to see someone again, you say in English, good to see you. But in Spanish, we say, qué gusto verte, or qué gusto verle. Both expressions means the same. The only difference is that the first one, qué gusto verte, is informal, and if you want to be more formal, qué gusto verle. That is the difference among them. I'm glad to see you means in Spanish, me alegro de verte or me alegro de verle. And it has a very similar meaning as the previous expression, that you are very happy because you see someone. Let's imagine this situation. You have a long time that you don't see someone and you come across with this person. Then you say in English, long time no see, which in Spanish means ¿cuánto tiempo sin verte? ¿Cuánto tiempo sin verle? Because you see that person, or maybe because you lost contact with that person, now you are very surprised, you are very happy to see that person again. Every time you come across with someone in a Spanish country or someone that you know really well, then you would say to that person, ¿Cuánto tiempo sin verte? Or again, ¿Cuánto tiempo sin verle? In English we say, how are you? In Spanish, there are different ways to say how are you, but for now we are going to focus on the three ones that we have right there on the slide. Number one, ¿cómo estás? Or you can say, ¿cómo estás tú? Remember, tú is between parentheses because it is up to you. Remember that in the previous video I explained that in some occasion we omitted the subject pronoun, and it's okay to use it in that way. So my advice is that you go back to the previous video to check this information. Second one, which is formal. ¿Cómo está? Or you can say, ¿Cómo está usted? Finally, if you want to ask a group of people how they are, the question would be, ¿Cómo están? Or you can say, ¿Cómo están ustedes? Hola, ¿qué pasa? Is another expression we use in Spanish, which in English is what's wrong. And it doesn't necessarily mean that the person has a personal problem. No. We just want to say like, hi, tell me something good. And that's another way that you can use in Spanish to say hello. Our next expression is, ¿qué me cuentas? In English, it is, what can you tell me? And the purpose of that question is, give me information, tell me something new, or what's new. The next expression in English is, how do you do? Which translated in Spanish mean, ¿cómo vas? But remember, between parentheses, let's imagine, tú, ¿cómo vas tú? Or you can say, ¿cómo vas? Or there is another way to say that. You can say, ¿cómo te va? Or if you want to be more formal, ¿cómo le va? To whom? In this case, you. ¿Cómo van las cosas? Means in English, how are things? Most of the time we ask this question to people when we want to know what's going on in their lives. And it is the same in Spanish. If you want to go deeper into someone's life, you can say, ¿Cómo van las cosas? How are you doing? It means in Spanish, ¿Cómo te está yendo? Or ¿Cómo le está yendo? Sometimes in Spanish, people used to pronounce yendo like yendo. And Spanish native speaker used to make mistakes pronouncing that word. But that is the correct way to say it and also the written way. Let's imagine this. Let's say that you get someone a job and you want to know what's going on in his or her life. And the best way to know about that is ask him, ¿Cómo te está yendo? ¿Cómo le está yendo? In his new job or maybe in her new job, but it can be used in different settings, different occasions, moments, circumstances. ¿Qué hay de nuevo? It's the same in English, what's new? And what I want to know here is that you keep me updated with the latest news. Something maybe that is happening into your life, in the country, or outside the country. But it has the same connotation as in English. ¿Cómo está la familia? Has the same meaning as in English. How is your family? Give information about your family. Are they okay? Is everything going well in your family? And that is the same meaning as in Spanish. ¿Cómo has estado? ¿Cómo usted ha estado? What's the difference between them? The first one it's informal and the second one is formal. And it has the same meaning as in English. How have you been? ¿Cómo te sientes? And ¿cómo se siente? Have the same meanings in English. How do you feel? And you know that we ask these kind of questions when we want to know about someone's feelings. Maybe the person looks sad, was sick, and we want to be empathetic with that person. So the questions that we ask in Spanish is ¿Cómo te sientes? Which is informal, and if you want to be more formal, you say ¿Cómo se siente?